'Cause girls like you run around with guys like me till sundown. When I come through, I need a girl like you, yeah, yeah. Girls like...
Hi guys, it's Chill Shimmers and welcome back to my channel. I am so grateful that you're watching this video today, and I really appreciate it if you subscribe below and like this video. Today I'm actually doing a full review on this Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define full coverage foundation. I've wanted to try it forever and finally got my hands on it. I've actually been using the concealer and I like it quite a lot, so I wanted to see how it works with this little foundation right here. I've heard good things about it, but I want to do a wear test and just give it my best shot and see how it really works for me. So let's just go ahead and get started. I'm going to bring you guys a little bit closer so you can see how everything goes, and yeah, that's how the bottle looks like. It's a resemblance of the little concealer that they just came out with. I really like the rose gold kind of tones that they chose for it. Put them here side by side, you can see the difference in size. The foundation bottle is just extremely big. It looks like it has a lot of product on it. It's a glass bottle, which I feel makes it look a little bit more expensive. I'm just gonna go ahead and open it so I can see how the applicator and everything is. So as you can see here, it's like a frosted glass, which I think looks so cute, and then you kind of screw the top off and it's just the same as a big concealer, just has a big loofah. And wow, that's really big. If you can look how big that applicator is. So anyway, I got this at Ulta. I'm just gonna read off their website really quickly what the claims are for this foundation. This foundation retails for $12 and it brings 0.8 ounces, which is a little bit less than what foundations usually bring. They usually bring 1 fluid ounce. Even though the bottle is this big, you're not really getting a bunch of product. It just looks that way for some reason. So it brings 24 shades. It's supposed to be full coverage. I chose one kind of in the middle. I think I have F10.5. I wasn't sure if to get F10 or F12 because I kind of have, I'm not a neutral undertone, I'm not a medium undertone, so kind of when things tint a little bit orange is when they fit me the best. Not like perfect, but when they fit me the best. That's why you use MAC NC30 and MAC NC25 if you want a reference. But yeah, I went with the F10.5 and I don't know if it's gonna fit me. I haven't even opened it. You guys saw me unwrap it right now, but I really hope this fits me because I actually have to go to work right now. So if this goes wrong, it's just gonna have to, I'm gonna have to deal with it. So it says, Makeup Revolution's Conceal and Define Full Coverage Foundation offers lightweight yet buildable coverage in 24 skin true shades. This versatile foundation is designed to suit every skin type and tone with an oil-free yet creamy and comfortable formula that dries down to a long-lasting demi-matte finish. It won't settle into fine lines or cling to dry patches. Housed in a Luxe glass bottle with a jumbo doe foot applicator for greater control and less waste. This foundation offers highly pigmented coverage that can be layered and diffused to suit your look. So it says it's vegan, cruelty-free, paraben-free, and oil-free. So yeah, those are the claims. It's supposed to last 24 hours. It's supposed to dry down to a matte finish. And it's supposed to be buildable and feel very lightweight on your skin. I am all for it, but I really want to see if this is true, so let's just go ahead and try it out. The first thing I'm going to be doing is priming my face. I always prime my face no matter what, just because I like it that way, and also because I have very dry skin, so I feel like when I don't, it kind of clings into my fine lines wherever I'm using, like if it's foundation or BB cream. It just tends to cling more into my pores and my dry patches. So I'm just going to be using this one from Catrice. It's called Prime and Fine Smoothing Refiner Primer. I've been trying this out for a little bit and so far I really like it. It's a little bit creamier than all the other primers I have, which I really like. So I'm just going to be applying this. And I want to see how this is going to go because I don't have a table in front of me or a mirror. So I'm probably going to be holding one. Also for reference, I do have dry skin. I know a lot of people that had dry skin were saying that this foundation worked better for them, just because some other people said that after 4 or 5 hours it kind of started to become a little oily. So I'm going to be applying the right side of my face with this brush. This one is from Spectrum Collection. It's the B01. And then I'm going to be using the Flower Beauty sponge on the left side of my face. Don't mind me, I have my little mirror set up on the side. So let's see how this shade just works out for me. Ooh, it's dark. It looks very orange. Actually, as you see, this applicator is very easy to use. It looks a lot more orange in person than it does on the screen, but I still might be able to save it. So I just like how I was able to just light that foundation kind of with just the applicator. So I'm grabbing my sponge right here and I'm just going to start blending it. So as you can see right there with the sponge, it was just very easy to blend out. So far the coverage does not feel like a full coverage. I only applied one little layer as you saw. This feels like a medium coverage, but it is shutting down very matte and velvety how they said it would. So I'm really liking how it's looking. I'm definitely going to go over the side and probably put one more layer over top. So let's just go ahead and do that with the brush. Like I said, it almost feels like you can even blend it out with the applicator. It's so weird. So it really doesn't feel rough on the skin, especially when you're sliding it with your brush, and it doesn't feel like you have anything on you. Like they really, I'm not even exaggerating, that claim is definitely true. It just feels like you're not wearing any makeup. But so far I haven't put too much, and both sides are kind of looking the same. I do have to say I kind of like it better just application with the sponge, because the brush I kind of felt like I didn't know where the foundation was going just because I don't feel it on my face. If that makes any sense. I do believe they applied very similar. So I'm just going to go over and just do one more layer over top of everything. I'm going to keep using just the sponge and the brush on the right side. I also feel like it dries very quickly, so you do have to move and just blend it out as soon as you put it on. As far as shade, I don't know if it oxidized or it's because I just applied so much more of it that I am now looking like an orange. But I am looking like an orange. So I think my shade would probably be not 10, because I think 10 is too neutral for me, but it's probably going to be like a combination of F10.5 and 10, because this one just, the tint is way too orange. I don't know if I can show you there like how orange my face is versus my chest. Alright, so I have put 2 layers on each side, and I think I really love the finish of this. Seeing a little bit of a dry patch right here, that's very normal because those are one of my problem areas. But as far as coverage, I really like it. So for concealer, I did want to use the same one just because I think it was kind of made for it. So this one is the Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define Full Coverage and Contour Concealer. It's kind of in the same little bottle like this. This one is in the shade C6. I'm going to put a little bit more than I usually because I really just want that orange to kind of go away since I have to see people today. I just really want to see how this one just blends out on top of the foundation. And I think that blended out really well. I always set my foundations, but this one I don't feel like it's gonna need it just because of how matte it looks. So right now it's not looking like I really have to set it, but I think I'm still gonna set it just because I always do, because these things can be very deceiving. One moment you can be looking very dry and matte, and then the next moment you look very oily or dewy. I mean, I have dry skin, so I never look like super oily, but I kind of want to avoid looking a little bit dewy, especially on my cheeks, because it just looks like I have grease all over my face for some reason on me, and I just don't like it. It also brings out all my pores and imperfections, so I definitely want to avoid that. So I'm going to be setting that. I'm going to be using, I don't have a Makeup Revolution powder, but I'm going to be using this one from Pretty Vulgar. I just got this one on the BoxyCharm, and I think it does a decent job. This is actually going to be my 3rd time trying it, so I'm not going to put too much. I'm just going to set the concealer. Now that I have set my face, I'm going to step out of the camera just for a little bit, and I'm going to finish off my makeup, and then I'll be back to give you guys my thoughts. Hi guys, I'm back. I didn't do much because this is kind of how I like to do my makeup for work, just very natural and kind of simple. So it is right now 7:21 in the morning. I usually come home for lunch, so I think that's when my next update is going to be, probably around 12. But so far I'm really liking the finish. I'm really liking the coverage. I think it's very I feel like I could have kept going if I wanted to. I only did 2 layers and it definitely covered up all my imperfections and my pimples and stuff. And just layering with this foundation was very easy. I think I really like how it looks. The only thing is that I'm starting to see how my one line right here is showing, and right here is showing a little bit of texture even though I set it. I did use MAC Fix Plus to set it just so everything would look more together. I just like finishing up with that every time I do my makeup. As far as shade, I think it's a little bit off like I said, but I tried to fix it as much as I could. And I think it's turning out really well. I don't think I look ridiculously orange like I did in the beginning. I'm kind of impressed. Using the concealer on top of the foundation was very, very easy to blend out. I do have to say that. So you definitely want to try this concealer if you have this foundation, or vice versa, because I think you would really like the combination. But I think it's very early to tell if I love this foundation. I'm gonna give you guys some more updates throughout the day, so I really hope you guys stick around for that. But so far, for $12, I think this foundation, even if you're gonna use it for 4 or 5 hours, is still better than some of the foundations that I put on a daily that are more expensive. So that's my first thought. I don't like making a statement on a foundation or any product that I've just used one time, so I'm not going to finish this video and say, hey guys, I love this, go buy it. I'm just going to be like, okay, well, this worked out for me this time. I'm still going to be trying it 35 more times and see how it works out. I really like that it's not clinging into any dry patches or anything. It's not making my skin look dry at all. It's actually making it look very healthy. So I really like that. Anyway guys, so I'll be back for the next update, and I hope you guys stick around for that. Alright guys, so I'm back for an update. Right now it is 12 p.m. so it's been about 4.5 hours since I've applied this foundation. It started to feel after like 2 hours that I had some makeup on. At first, when I first applied it, it was very lightweight, and it still feels lightweight. I'm not saying that it feels like cakey or anything on my face, but it does feel like I have makeup, which I think is something that is just inevitable when you're actually wearing makeup. But other than that, the color or the shade on me started to bother me a little bit. People were kind of coming up to me and being like, you look a little bit orange, but that's kind of my fault because I picked the wrong shade. I don't think it looks so bad, especially on the camera I'm looking at right now, and I don't think there's a big difference. My chest is a little bit lighter than my hands. If you can see, like, my face kind of matches my hands a little bit, or my arms. But other than that, I am noticing a little bit of dryness right here, which I said that's one of my problem areas. I don't really think I own a foundation that doesn't happen with. I usually try to like over moisturize in that area, but it never works for some reason. I'm starting to see that my fine lines right here are showing, and it's kind of showing a little bit of texture. After I apply Fix Plus, it kind of fixed the whole textury type of thing, and I think I'm starting to look a little bit dewy, but not in a bad sense. My skin kind of looks very healthy, and I really like it. It doesn't look super matte, but it's still kind of in the matte to dewy kind of side. So I would say that it is holding up to its claim, but I have dry skin, so if you have oily skin, maybe this would look a little bit more oily on your skin at the moment after 4 hours. Nothing is breaking. I have eaten, as you can see, my lipstick kind of rubbed off. I ate, I drank, I was kind of like with my hands on my face, and I did have my glasses on, and it kind of came off a little bit right there, but nothing too bad. I usually wear the MAC foundation, the Studio Fix, every day, and with that one my makeup definitely rubs off a lot more than with this one, so that's really good. I'm gonna come closer to the camera so you guys can see how it looks like. I really like the finish of this and how it's looking. Anyways, that's my update for now. I'm gonna try to come back for one last time and give you guys my final review on this foundation, and hopefully it'll be a good one because I am still really liking it. So yeah, I'll see you guys in a minute. Alright guys, so I'm back. It's been about 8 hours since I've worn this foundation, and it's like 4:30 p.m. right now. And I am going to give you guys my final thoughts. I just want to look at it one last time in the mirror and see how it's lasting and how it's wearing. Honestly, I don't feel like there has been any change between my last update and this one, and there has been 4 hours in between. I'm still a little bit dewy. especially on my forehead area and my cheeks right here. But I don't think it looks really bad. I actually think that the light and the ring light, it's bringing it out more on the camera because I have it right in my face. But when you look at it in person, I'm looking at myself in a mirror that I have back there too, it looks really well and looks really good. I feel like it held up so well. I do have to say one thing. I was petting my dog. I'll actually bring him up. I'll show you. I was petting my dog earlier, and as soon as I touched him, it definitely showed up on his forehead. I don't know if you can see it. It has a little stain. Everything you touch is definitely going to transfer. Just keep that in mind when you're using this foundation, unless you set it. I did set my under eyes when I used the concealer, but I didn't set anywhere else on my face. So that's something to think about if you want to just set your whole face. I usually don't do that just because my skin is really dry, and when I bake it just becomes even drier. And I also wanted to give this foundation like a fair try. So that's the reason I didn't do that. So far with the claims, it says it lasts for 24 hours. I'm not crazy enough to wear a foundation for 24 hours. I don't think that's good for your skin, so I don't know why people, you know, market stuff like that. But I've worn it for 8 hours, which is what I would usually wear it for, 8 to 10 hours. And I feel like I really like how it came out. I would definitely try to get a shade lighter. And if it doesn't work out for me, then I would probably just mix it because I don't want to waste it, and I really like it, so I would really want to use it. So this foundation, as I said before, is $12, which I think is a great price point. It's by far, I think, one of my favorite drugstore foundations. I have used some before that I've liked. I think I have one back here. The Wet n Wild foundation that they just came out with is really good, but it definitely broke me out. There's also an LA Girl that just came out and it's also very good, but this one tops both of them. There's a wide variety of shades. You could definitely find yours in this foundation. And if you're going to use this, I would definitely recommend using it with this little Makeup Revolution Conceal and Define concealer, because it worked really well. It paired off really nicely. It blended out really well. And I have to say, I'm so impressed with how well this blended and how quickly it did. It dried up really fast, but it just didn't feel like you were like dragging your skin like some other foundations do. And it was so full coverage, but it didn't feel as cakey and just heavy as other full coverage foundations. And I really like how you can build it up to 2 layers and it just doesn't feel like you're wearing a lot of layers. I did 2 layers today, and I definitely felt like I could have kept going and it probably looked as nice as it did. It looked very matte, very velvety. Everything looked blended and even, and I really like that. So I mean, you guys be the judge. I'm gonna come a little bit closer so you can see how my skin is looking, but I think it looks really fine. I feel like this could be one of my everyday foundations just for work. Anyway guys, that concludes this video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, don't forget to subscribe below and like this video, and let me know in the comments if you have used this foundation, and let me know your thoughts, and let me know if you like it. And if you are kind of similar in skin tone to me, let me know which shade you use, because I'm definitely gonna be trying out the F10 and see if that works better. So yeah guys, thank you so much, and I'll see you on my next one. Bye!